Good morning, Nomvula. Yes, I'm Cobus Visser, also known as the Viking. Some say I do look like a Viking, and I I get people to walk on fire for fun, jump in ice for fun. So I like to keep that the warrior energy. But also, part of my story is how I conquered Kilimanjaro with my crutches. I was supposed to be in a wheelchair, and today I'm walking without a wheelchair. So miracles is possible, and yeah, I love what I do.
This is awesome. I think there's going to be a lot of points where we pick up on all these miracles and all these marvels that you have encountered. So, Gubas, tell us a little bit about yourself. What do you really do? So, on a day-to-day basis, if somebody were to say, I think Gubas is the guy, what do you do?
Thank you, Nomvula. So one of the things is I help organizations create a peak performance culture in their company for people to perform. So one thing that is my art of skill is I'm a Vanessa Edwards facilitator in South Africa, and what we do is we teach people to be better communicators, to have better EQ, and at the end of the day, then to also become better employees. The better employees we have starts with the moment they're becoming a better person. And to do that, they need the skills. So one thing is I teach companies, teams, I call it team culture, to create a peak performance team culture. Then on the second part of that is I do team building for companies as well, from firewalking and drumming and getting people excited to go to work. And then on the other side of my business is I do consulting and one-on-one executive coaching. So this is where I help businesses to grow strategically. So looking at the strategy for 12 months and more and mapping it out and then really creating an execution blueprint to execute the strategy and getting the results. So just in the last year, one of the businesses I coached grew by 1,000% through that process. So it was a little bit more than 12 months. It was about 14 months that we did the measure, but 1,000% is amazing. And what they did is they executed. So that's the one part of the business strategy. And then I'm currently in London at the moment. I do keynote speaking as well. So I travel the world and speak on stages where I empower people with my story of where I was in a wheelchair and climbed Kilimanjaro with my crutches. And then I'm also a serial entrepreneur. Just been started multiple businesses that I run, and I've also been awarded as the Entrepreneur of the Year award last year in South Africa. And the other reason why I'm in London is I've just now received my award as the top 100 African in Africa for a reputation award. So, it's this drive to make a difference and to bring people hope.
This is awesome. Congratulations on all your achievements. Indeed, you're the Viking conqueror. You really have surmounted so much. So you clearly have got people at the heart of all that you do. So help us out in terms of when you speak to people, because you've touched on executive coaching, you've touched on team building and team culture. When you are saying people, what is the key idea that really comes to your heart and to your mind?
Create an environment where people enjoy what they do. And one way of doing that is to get them to be part of a team. I say we need to take out the family in business and values. We need to bring in team. Think about the Springboks. It's where people from different cultures and backgrounds can come together and unite for a common goal, a common vision, but also then making a difference in the community. And that is what I'm longing to see because the world is changing rapidly. And how can we still keep the human element in business and invest in our people?
Wow. Take out the family and bring in the team in the corporate space. Why is this important now? And what are you seeing the problems in corporates and how is what you are doing solving that problem?
A lot of fear is happening in the world around AI that is coming into businesses, that's impacting
Mm.
businesses. And then secondly, people are overworked. Since COVID, people are expected to work at home. They are tired, they're close to burnout. So from a lot of the assessments that I do in businesses, I see a high level of anxiety, stress, and burnout. And I see also lower levels of communication because people are just used to sending an email and a WhatsApp and not really communicate as human beings. And this is the impact that I've seen that is happening. It's these bad habits that's creeped in. And one thing that I do when I come into the business is really turning that around and making people feel like human again, feeling that they belong, giving them certainty, significance, have them speak their love language in the business. Because in the end of the day, yes, AI is there, the world is happening, there's a lot of news, but we still deal with people. It's not, it's, yes, in 5 years it might look different, but it doesn't help us just to live in the future. We also have to be present in the moment. And as to Raman, the CEO, is yes, you want to change the business and you want to maybe have less employees, etc. But what if you invested in your employees today? You will get the same return because you're taking the time to show your people that you care. And that's what is that we walk with our hearts on our sleeve, that we're really making a difference in people's lives.
Wow, Cobus, really. I think you are really operating at the core of what is needed right now. People, people, and somebody just stopping a minute longer to care enough. And I think you really are doing exemplary work, and you really are applauded for that by me and by the rest of the world, clearly with the awards that you have received. Now, which audience benefits most from what you do?
So the audience is corporations with big teams, right? So I think it's people that has at least 50 or more employees. So like for example, the one business I'm working with now has 300 employees. And to notice the difference that we are making. So it's usually because the thing is, the more people there are, the more change. Now, I'll give you an example. Why I said earlier we take out the family value is because it's difficult to fire someone that is family. It's also difficult to handle the disappointment when a family member leaves you. But to create a team environment, it's actually more exciting because the thing is, if whoever is performing gets leveled up. So it's to creating that environment where you're like, oh, we're more than a family. We're just a team. We are here to win. We are here not to win as a company, but as each other and support each other and have each other's back and having that mind shift. And that usually helps. And that's what I want to do in businesses. And that's what I'm looking to do in the next few years.
That's amazing. Cobus, there are many of people who say, I can do this better. But why you and why now?
I believe I was prepared for this journey. And, I'm a believer in God, and God has opened the doors and has given the word on my life that this is what I'm supposed to do. So I believe in inner spark that I've been prepared for this because I come out of a family business. I've come out running teams up to 500. So I believe the lessons I've learned and the qualifications I've received has prepared me to do what I do today. And I'm the Viking. Who doesn't want to have a Viking in their business?
Really, we need all that strength and that conquering spirit in businesses right now. And Govas, thank you so much. This has been so engaging. So as we wrap this up, I just want to say thank you so much for opening up these conversations. For anyone that is interested in seeing a lot more of what we do, we were speaking in the concept of people around the Sustainable Development Goals, and we are the Red Jacket speakers. Look out for us on all social media platforms so that you can catch up on this conversation. Thank you so much, Kovas. It was such a pleasure talking to you this morning.